Hey everybody, welcome into this week's episode of Tony's Spot on Fishing, the Top 5. I'm your host, Tony Krizek, and this week we're going to do something a little special. We're going to take a look back at the year that it was, our 2017 season here. It's our year in review show. All the great moments, our top 5 favorite moments of the 2017 season. A little recap of just what a crazy and wonderful season it's been. That's the top 5 this week on Tony's Spot on Fishing. So the 2017 season has really brought in our newest edition, which is, of course, the top 5 list. And in a way of paying tribute to our newfound show, we're doing this countdown of our favorite moments in the top 5 style. And of course, we want to thank everybody who has watched our shows, have shared our shows on social media. We truly appreciate it. It's been a wonderful season. So first and foremost, thank you to everybody who has supported Spot on Fishing. It's really been our favorite season, our best season to date. And we couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. Thank you so much. There we go. Oh, mercy. Well, there we go. A nice little largemouth here. We're actually just fishing a little pond, filming this top 5 here. Fishing a jerkbait, I'll tell you, in that cold water. Some about fishing a jerkbait with those long pauses like that, the Rapala BX Minnow, gets them every time. The water's ice cold, but man, fish can still be caught. So the first spot we decided to film and the first show we released for the 2017 campaign was the DuPage River, fishing smallies. Now, we were really excited about this upcoming season. You know, I've had a lot of major surgeries, health issues over the last couple years, 2 neck fusion surgeries, had my left shoulder rebuilt. So we were finally going to be able to go out and do exactly what we wanted to do with Spot on Fishing this season. We were flying high, we were anticipating what was going to be a great year, and then the mud incident happened. I actually ended up getting stuck in the mud while filming that particular episode. Now, we were fairly disheartened by everything. You know, we thought this was going to be the year. There's nothing that was going to slow us down. There was no negativity that was going to encompass us. And then a situation like this happened. Well, the way we wanted to bounce back from that was actually turn that show into 2 parts. And of course, very grateful to the emergency crews that helped get me out of that sticky situation. But we actually went down to Hamel Woods. And phenomenal little location, big smallies. I mean, a lot of those smallies down there are averaging 3.5 pounds. Years ago, the DuPage River never was producing fish like this. And now we're able to go down there and catch these quality fish, pre-spawn situations. They're nice and fat. I mean, it was an absolute blast. And while we thought, you know, this may be a rough start to the year, we wanted to include it just to show that, you know, we were able to bounce back. We were still able to produce a great show. And man, showcase the DuPage River for the smallmouth it's producing. Unbelievable. If you're not fishing the DuPage River, you got to get in on that action. I had just hit a little rock out there. And as soon as I bumped that rock, I gave it a little twitch. And she just crushed it. Woo! That is another great smallie. Look at that thing. Look at the belly on him. Holy cow. That thing. Nice female there. We're going to go ahead and make sure we get her back nice and safe. But folks, this is just an unbelievable fishery. If you thought Fox River smallies were fun, I'm telling you what, the DuPage River is a nice, quiet little secret for some of these big smallies. My 4th favorite moment was fishing and filming on a lake that really holds a special place in my heart, and that's Braidwood. Now, it ain't much to look at. It ain't the most scenic body of water, but I've had a lot of success tournament-wise fishing that particular body of water. And I was very excited to film Braidwood and showcase just some of the things we do on that particular body of water and how I've cashed some paychecks out there as well. My buddy Chris Mobrito was with for that particular shoot, and we had a blast. Catching them on plastics, we caught a very nice fish on a chatterbait, and really showcased just all the different presentations you can do on Braidwood to catch fish. It kind of gets a bad rap for being overpressured, but it's a fish factory. It's a lot of fun, and you have a shot at a very nice big bass out there. And like I said, it'll always hold a special place to me, and that's why we included it as number 4 on our particular countdown of the 2017 season. My third favorite moment of this season had to be at Lamont. Now, I had never fished out there before. I've heard a lot of rumblings about it, through the internet, about the Lamont quarries. My buddy Chris Mobrito volunteered to help us out, be on the show with us, take us out there. Man, what an unbelievable fish factory. The numbers of fish we caught that day, unbelievable. We caught them on a wacky worm, we caught them on a craw, we caught them on a crankbait. And of course, one of the coolest moments that's happened to me was catching 2 bass at the same time on one lure. I've done it with rock bass before, but never with 2 largemouth like that. And literally hooked the first fish, was bringing them up boat side, and that fish darted down right by the side of the boat, and that second fish came out and grabbed the bait. Unbelievable. It's definitely one of those moments that'll forever be etched in my mind. It was a lot of fun producing that show, and I hope you guys had as much fun watching it as we did producing that one. Number 2 on our list was teaming up with Mike Saposi, and we were downtown Chicago fishing smallmouth. Now, we actually filmed 2 different days out there with Mike. We first started out throwing a lot of jerkbaits, and we caught quite a few fish. It was that post-spawn pattern. Fish were feeding pretty heavy. They were up in the water column. Very windy, rough day. My goodness. We had some coming back in. I'm not kidding you. Some of those biggest waves were 5-6 feet. Pick your days out on the big body of water and have the utmost respect for that body of water. The second day filming out there, a little different ball game. Water temps warmed up. We were able to throw more of that drop shot rig and the tube jig, and we caught them. And man, we caught a bunch of good ones. There is nothing more fun than fishing smallies and catching big footballs. And it was also where we got to show off our new toy. We were able to launch our drone and get some unbelievable aerial footage of that event. And that is one show, I'll tell you what, 3 and 4 and 5 pound smallies were caught. It's a blast. I'm getting excited just thinking about what we did in that episode. And I'll tell you what, be it shorebound or in the boat, Lake Michigan, if you want a shot at a good smallmouth, Lake Michigan is the place to go. Unbelievable action. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. Look at this one, folks. Mike was talking about this being the money spot. Well, we've kind of nicknamed the Hancock shoreline the breakwall here. Holy cow. Look at that football. Number 1 memory from this season of spot on fishing. I'm a diehard muskie guy. I live, breathe, eat, sleep muskies. And we got to team up with Jim Templin, the owner of Fish Tech, and the owner of Jimmy T's Guide Service. Jimmy took us to a secret lake for an early fall muskie hunt. And oh man, did we ever connect. Fishing suckers. Now, we fished them a couple different ways. We had them under a slip bobber, and we also had them straight lining. And while we're doing that, we're also throwing jerkbaits. Now, it was amazing to see the footage of the muskies chasing after the suckers under the slip bobbers and then starting to connect with those fish on the rod that was just straight down. Also connected with a couple bonus northern pike that day. We got 1 pike on a sucker, 1 on a reef hog. 3 muskies came via the sucker, or 2 muskies came via the sucker, and then Jimmy caught 1 on the glider as well. On a phantom, Unbelievable action. Not to mention we also hooked and lost one other muskie on the sucker. Fishing not only the deeper break lines and the weed edges, but we also went up shallow, which is something not a lot of guys do in the fall. And to catch a muskie shallow on a sucker is an unbelievable experience, to be in just 2-3 feet of water where these fish are cruising and still be able to pick them off with live bait. And just for that reason, the number of muskies we caught and the way we were doing it, and being a muskie guy through and through, and that is why that show with Jim Templin is by far our favorite of the 2017 campaign. So what was some of your favorite moments? I mean, we know we were all over the place, various river systems, the lakefront. We did perch and kings down there. We did quite a bit this season, and we got a lot more surprises to come in the 2018 campaign. We're still hoping that we get this good safe ice that we were talking about back in the Des Plaines River show, which, as you can see, I'm not dressed overly warm filming this for you guys. Hopefully Mother Nature will turn it around and we'll get some good safe ice, and we'll get an ice season out of this 2017 into 2018 season. But what was some of your favorite moments? What did you guys really like that we did? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, let us know too where you'd like to see us film in the 2018 campaign. We'll definitely try to fit in as many requests as we can. Also, facebook.com/TonySpotOnFishing is where you can keep up with everything we're doing, our filming schedules, appearances, and things of that nature. So always make sure you're checking us out on Facebook. That's the best place to know what's going on with us. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have. I cannot thank you again for how great of a season it's been. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the support, and we look forward to doing it again next year. For now, that's all this. I'm Tony Spot.